In the year 2080, the world has changed, and it keeps slipping farther into the ivory shadows. Welcome to the Sixth World.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Sixth World. So great to have all you chummers with us, hanging out with us on Friday night. I know it's been a little while since we've played our last session of Shadowrun, but we are back and ready to jump right into tonight's episode. But before we do, we want to thank some of our sponsors very quickly. We want to thank Twitch and Streamlabs OBS for allowing us to be affiliated with them. We also want to thank our good friends at Little Dragon Corp and Cardboard Castle Games for coming on and partnering with us. If you type in !Little Dragon or !CCG in the chat, you'll get a quick link to their websites and storefront where you can order some pretty cool RPG related gear. The coupon code that's currently in Little Dragon Corp is still broken. I am still fixing it. I'm still trying to work on getting that adjusted, so please bear with us. If not, you can always check out Little Dragon Corp's Facebook page and Twitter, where they sometimes will post all their great deals that they have, and sometimes they're even better than the 10% discount that we can offer you. So make sure you check them out, and make sure you tell them we sent you, because they are awesome and they have some really cool dice and other things. So thank you, Little Dragon. And that being said, I don't really think that we have much other than those announcements to make before we jump into tonight's episode. Quick recap.
Your local sushi restaurant.
There you go. We left off last episode. Our runners came back in the evening to this place called Emerging Futures, where they seem to be a little bit suspicious about the fact that there is some major construction happening on the backside of this building, and the operator of the facility seemed to kind of shun them off whenever they visited to ask for some information, as they are currently hired by a dragon who has amnesia, and the dragon wants to know who they are. He hired you guys to find out this information. Sneaking into Emerging Futures, you guys recovered some information from a room that seemed to be filled with a bunch of empty cages and broken medical monitoring equipment, computer equipment. You guys even found a broken data chip that said Cerebus on it, and it was a Matrix SIM card. You guys made your way into the hallway. You heard some security guards speaking. One of them was headed your way, and Gearjammer was preparing to jump that security guard. Gearjammer, at the end of the episode, you had rolled pretty well on your stealth as you're hiding behind the hallway. I'm going to take you guys over to a new map. And I did some playing around with some of Roll20's new lighting that they've got. So if things don't work, I apologize in advance, but we're going to see if you guys can see at all whenever this map comes up. It may take it a minute to load. Gearjammer and Wildfire, you'll notice that you see orange.
Yep.
If we're working correctly.
Well, I can see orange, but I can also see some white as well.
Because BT is currently using his face as a flashlight. And I cannot do cone lighting from BT. I can only do, like, an aura. So that is why BT is currently glowing on the map.
Oh.
Some people say it's my cheery disposition that lights up the room.
I come back up where we were.
It's actually lithium batteries.
I wish Roll20 would allow me to do a cone, so that way whichever way his token was facing, like, that's where the light would go, but I can't do it. I did want to retcon one thing before we start. Back in, if you guys see up in the top, there's room number 40, which is kind of like an observation room. That was where the glass was shattered to room 42 that you guys went through. Room 42 was the room you entered in through the outside. I'm going to shift ping you guys to right here, this location. There's actually a door right here that actually says stairwell. So there is a stairwell access from room 42 that you guys actually went through. So I'm allowing you guys... Gearjammer's getting ready to jump this guy. If you want to go back and backtrack and say somebody went to the stairwell, that could happen. Or you guys could be with Gearjammer during all this. That's totally
Well, here's a
your
better
choice.
question. Does anyone remember what floor we were each going to?
I'm in the Range Rover, right?
Your physical body is, yes. Your digital,
I'm
digital matrix body, which I got a little cipher right here
I
sitting.
saw that.
And I made a digital cipher for when you go in the
I
matrix.
love it.
And it's
I
a
love
flip
it.
token. Like when you click on it, you should be able to right click and it says multi-sided.
Oh.
And you can click choose side and kind of go back and forth between the two tokens.
Oh, cool.
So when you're in the matrix, you can flip it over to the little light
Oh,
blue
that's
version
really
of yourself.
Cool. Yeah, I can like.
And then
Boop.
there you go. And then you're in full color.
That's so cool, Michael. Thank you.
You are welcome.
I just can't remember if Gearjammer would be on this floor or not, if there had been stairs in there.
Well, we can always just say, because these maps came from a very, very, very old version of Shadowrun, so they're not very clearly laid out. I'm just gonna tell you that.
We might as well run with it. We're here, at least in my opinion. I don't know what everyone else says.
We were looking for the elevators anyway, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
thanks, Victoria.
Yes. Happy
Yes, it is
birthday
Cypher's
to
birthday.
Cypher. All right.
I'm really old. I'm not gonna tell you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a choice here because I'm probably just going through everybody's comm links and just watching what's happening. So whatever you boys want to do, I know that who wanted to go to the top floor? Someone wanted to go to the top floor because that's where her office was.
We definitely all had designated floors. I don't remember what any of them were.
I think Gearjammer was like
I
thought
think
I
One
was
and
down on the
two?
I
bottom
want to
if
say I
remember.
think BT's
Yeah.
was this floor because he was actually going to this other room right here. There's a door right where he's standing. And
Okay.
if I remember right, I gave you guys, it said it says prototype room on the front of the door. So I believe
Mhm.
that's where BT was going to investigate that room
Yeah.
while you guys were headed down the hall to move on to find either the elevator or stairs. So
And it's a 5-floor building, right?
it is 5 stories, yes.
Did I have the 4th and 5th floor? Does that sound familiar to anyone?
I think
Yeah, I
BT did have 2 floors, if I
Yeah.
recall.
Yes,
think-
because
I
I'm not
think
there.
BT and Gearjammer had 2 floors.
So if he's 5 and 4 and I'm 1 and 2, then that leaves you and Jack on 3.
Yeah, I think.
That's dangerous.
I thought you were. I thought BT took 2 because Cypher's not there because we were each going to take a floor, and Cypher's like, "Nah, I'm in the van. I'm not going on any floor." So we're like, BT's like 2 people, right? 2 people, 2 floors.
Did we? Okay, we might have split.
That,
I don't know.
That sounds
can't
right
remember.
to me. Was
Yeah.
that everybody was going to take a floor,
And
but
BT would take 2.
took 2 because
Yeah.
Cypher wasn't coming inside.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Which
That's
one do you
what I
want? You
remember.
Jammer? You want 1 or 2?
I'll take the bottom. I'm more than
All
happy.
right. Jack, you want 2 or 3?
They're both great numbers. What's the meaning?
See, I'll go with 2. I'll go with 2, and if anything bad happens, look out for smoke.
If the floor gets hot, trouble. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Smoke rises, so Gear Jammer won't have a clue.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might get a little bit of heat from the ceiling. It might.
If things go bad, watch out for the collapsing building, because
You'll be able to jump out of a window or something. You'll be fine.
So here's the question: do we retcon us being here, or do we leave it that we're still looking for the elevator, deal with this guy, and then go down?
I mean, honestly, if we saw the stairwell, we probably would have just went down to our floors.
That's fine.
Because that's what we were gonna do.
You can retcon that if you want to.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got
Alright.
no idea there's a guy coming around the corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
No idea.
No idea. Better game. Nope.
So what I will do then is, I think I can take you guys each to
Just
your
put him
own-
on a different floor.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you all on different. So Gear Jammer, you said you were going to first floor.
Mm-hmm.
You were taking the stairwell, so I think I can take Gear Jammer and throw him on the first floor. So I've got your visual going to the first floor, but I have to put your token there. So
This is a horrible idea, guys.
Yeah, we are.
This is what I remember we were doing. So
This is the worst idea we've had.
split the party 5 ways.
Okay. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna put Gear Jammer right here. So Gear
As a note,
Hey, there we go.
can you see
Cypher has
yourself?
all of their comlink visuals in the Matrix set up like a Matrix
You don't-
screen.
Don't now. Basically, you're coming down, and where the stairs are is the bottom, and it ends with a doorway on the top. So that
So the door's at the top. Okay.
doorway's at the top. But hold on 1 second while I get everybody else.
Oh no, I'm
situated.
just putting myself by the door. I'm not.
Now, MG, you said you were on the 3rd floor.
That's right.
Okay, I'm gonna take you and put you there. So let me put you on the 3rd floor and get you situated.
Oh man, this is exciting, but this is gonna go so bad.
So I've got Jack. Jack is going to be located right here.
Okay.
You know what? Hold on a second. I've got to. Oh yeah, Jack. You don't have any vision enhancements, do you, Jack?
Visual enhancements? No.
Yeah. Okay. So the stairwell is going to be very dark for you.
Okay.
You might not actually be able to see anything, even if I put you on the map.
Okay. What if I were to use utility magic to, like create a little spark of light floating near me with the knowledge that it's a very visible thing?
You could do that. Yeah, it'd be very visible. That's for sure. But let me go
Okay.
ahead and I will put some lighting on you. So we will say that you have bright light emitting from you. From how bright of a light do you want?
I probably wanted to keep it a little dim. We're in stealth mode here.
Okay, so how many feet would you like this thing to come out?
Short
from?
range? Is that a thing?
How much? Short range?
Short range? Yeah.
Okay, that'd probably be about short range would probably be about 30 feet.
Yeah, I think that seems reasonable. What do you think?
Okay, sounds good to me. For some reason, it's not letting me. There it is. All right, let's save settings. And
What I
see
find
what
it hysterical
can you-
is
on the right. Can you see yourself in the stairwell?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Now, basically, to the north is the door, but I'm gonna leave you right there for right now, so I can get wildfire
Yep.
situated.
Oh, this is like an old school floor plan for an actual building.
It is. It is.
yeah.
It is.
And what's funny is I did not realize that you could put people on different maps.
I didn't realize it until I think it was Sarah told me that you could do it this way.
Yeah.
Basically, you
Hey,
click.
Sarah, if you're watching this, you did not tell me this.
Was it Sarah or was it Jamie? I can't remember who did.
I think we both. I think we're all in the call together, and I think we all like discovered it at the same time.
Yeah, it was.
I remember being blown away when I found out. Like, it was like a world changer.
Okay, so Wildfire, you should now be able to see yourself to the right, and the door is also to the north of you. So to the top of the map. That's the stairwell, and then I have BT and Cypher. I've got you guys on the other. I'm gonna put the other guys' tokens just in room 42, just to keep them here. Just so I don't have to fidget with them too much. Okay. As you guys are going down the stairs, making your way through the stairwell, I'm going to start with BT and Cypher. BT, you approach room number... well, it'd be on the opposite side. BT, you're coming over here, and there's a door, and that said prototype room. What would you like to do?
Does the door appear to be locked in any way or have a security pad of some sort on it, or does it just appear to be a door?
It does have a panel on it, but there's a orange blinking light on the panel on the door.
Over the comm device, Cypher.
Hi.
There's an orange blinking light on this door.
I see that.
Is it going to shoot me with laser turrets when I go into this room?
Can I even see it? Because there's no matrix here. Like, there's nothing on the matrix.
You're able to look through me, I assume.
Yeah, I can. But if I'm looking for, like, circuitry or anything, I don't know if I can even see anything.
Yeah. It's...
yeah.
Is it something... Does this look like a device that I'd be familiar with?
It looks like a lock that could be connected to a network, but unfortunately for right now, it's not.
So it's like a true physical lock then at this point, because there's no network that I can hack into to unlock it.
If you were able to physically interface with this lock, would you be able to open it? But hang on a second. Can I try to see if the door is locked?
Absolutely. You just gonna try to open it?
If Cypher doesn't think I'm going to get shot by laser turrets by trying to open the door, I'll see if it's locked.
Okay. So you reach for the handle, push the handle down. The door seems to start pushing in as if it's unlocked.
Okay. Before I open it, then, I will say if you were able to physically interface with the panel on this door, would you be able to determine what kind of security measures might be inside this room?
Potentially.
Okay. I have an ability called Deep Pockets. I can produce a small but narratively useful item from my pockets, or in this case, from inside my own arm, if the GM will allow, as they have final say on this.
Absolutely.
I basically want to raise one arm and like pull like a quick interface jack from my wrist to insert into the panel to allow Cypher to bridge through me and interface with the panel from the van.
Okay, the lock mechanism panel, is that what you're trying to do?
With the thing that's blinking.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yep. Insert into the jack. Cypher, instantly you notice that the reason it's blinking is these locks can be wireless on a network. They also can be locked manually with key cards.
Ah.
And the orange blinking light means that it is unlocked, and it is currently not. It's kind of like when the Wi-Fi doesn't work at your house and your computer
Not
keeps on
connected.
trying to find a connection. It can't find a connection, so it's just blinking orange.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Do I feel like there's like any potential like triggers for like explosives or like a trigger point for a trap?
This is just specifically a lock. There's nothing
Just
attached to it.
specifically lock.
Yep.
I will relay all that information to BT.
You do understand this is a pretty powerful mag lock. Like, it's magnetic and
Okay.
it's pretty strong. So when it's locked, it would take quite a significant amount of figuring out how to get it undone. So
We would need a really strong magnet to just make it useless. I don't
Very
suppose you
well.
have one of those in your pockets.
Not this session, I don't.
Ah, damn it! Not for next time.
Okay, I will open the door and poke my head in. I'm not going to enter the room yet. I just want to...
As a note, also, I'm going to relay the blinking orange information to the rest of the comm links of my friends, so they
Okay.
know if they see a blinking orange door, it's unlocked and not connected.
I was so ready to have a monologue where I was like, I wonder what the blinking orange lights mean.
Sorry, honey. Cypher's smart.
All right, so that being said, BT, are you entering that room?
I'm going to open the door, poke my head in to look, and
Okay.
then, as long as I see nothing immediately threatening, I will.
Okay. Are you still using your bright beaming light from your helmet, your mask?
I assume
Like a
so,
flashlight?
yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you open this up, you can see that well, it looks as if this room has a different purpose now. You see sawhorses, piles of insulation, you see bundles of wiring still wrapped up in the corners. The room itself is a little bit under repair, but you can also tell this is where a lot of the workers are keeping a lot of their gear in this room while they're doing all this construction here. Now this is a question for you, Matt, because I have no idea. Does BT have a sense of smell?
Probably not in the traditional sense.
Okay.
I have my canon for his sensory capabilities are that he has sort of a complicated array of sensors built into his chassis. So things like photoreceptors, temperature receptors, probably like fine particulate.
Would you have an air
receptors that would
you have an air quality
right? So
sensor?
something that might not necessarily a sense of smell, but something that would pick up and identify particulates in the air that would be similar to a sense of smell.
Okay, you are picking up your air quality sensor is starting to go into the orange and red on your processing unit, and it appears to be picking up extreme amounts of sulfur and ash.
All right. I'm going to just to poke around in this room, and as I start to look, I'll look through the tools of the workers just to see if anything sticks out to me. I will take a tool belt because I know that Wildfire really likes them.
Okay.
So I will get one to bring to him later as a present. But I'm just going to sort of take in the room to see anything that sticks out as interesting about the workers or the tools, anything that sticks out about perhaps in what way this room was damaged originally.
Okay.
And any evidence left over for what might have been contained in this room. The fact that it was labeled, what was it, experimental prototype room, leads me to believe that there probably was something interesting in here at one point.
Okay.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
taking
look around and
pictures
see what
of
I see.
everything.
Taking pictures? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah, well-
of everything that BT's noting, I'm taking pictures.
While you guys are busy doing that, because that'll take a little bit of time, I'm going to transition to the first person who would have got to their floor, which would be the third floor, the first floor down. That would be Jack.
Mm-hmm.
As you cast your spell to give yourself a little bit of, would you say dancing lights? Magical dancing
Yeah,
lights?
absolutely,
kind of
absolutely.
almost
That's a great way to describe it. Yeah,
glimmering around like little fairies or pixies, like just
yeah,
dancing
little like
around.
little wisps.
Yeah,
Yeah,
little will-o-wisps all around. You
Yeah.
can see as you kind of break off from Gearjammer, who continues to head down the stairs, and Wildfire, who continues to head downstairs. You stand in front of the doorway to this floor. What would you like to do?
holding my phone the wrong way. Cypher, watch out for me, okay?
Flip your phone, Jack. Other way. Yeah, sure, that works.
It's awkward.
You can move your hand. Why? You can figure it out. I believe in you.
Actually, I have an idea. I'm gonna kind of like rest it against the stairs so it's pointing toward me,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and then I'm gonna go astral.
Oh shit.
Okay. Very nice. Yeah, so he just
Yeah.
I'll
basically...
watch his body. I
Yeah.
make it more full screen.
So Jack passes out on the stairwell. And his soul, his astral form, leaves his body. Okay. Well, this is interesting. This changes things. I might
He's
have
just
to...
like
I hope I can feel heat from the
of him
floor.
slumped over.
Okay. So Jack, I am going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up my settings here, and I'm going to change
Oh.
it. Okay, so I'm not gonna restrict your movement anymore on this map.
Oh.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna allow you to kind of still control where you're going,
Mhm.
without like the walls that I put in there for lighting will not stop you from going through them. So you guys can
Gotcha,
just travel
gotcha.
right through whatever wall you want to go to,
Yeah.
and because you're astral, you go really fast. So
Yeah, I think I can move far within a single movement or something.
yeah, so I would say you can get like 2 or 3 moves in before Wildfire even gets down to his floor.
Okay. Can I sense and try to pick up, are there any big magical signatures floating around here, barrier spells, things I need to be watching out for?
Go ahead and make your average perception test.
Sure. Perception. I'm not
Cypher,
great at
just a heads up, we lost your camera.
Oh, okay. There was a success with a threat.
Success for the threat. You're not sensing, as you're kind of going into the astral, you're not sensing any barriers of any sorts.
Okay.
You do pick up astral residue that seems to be related to spirit forms and conjures,
Ooh.
but they're fading.
Fading where?
As in they're
Oh,
dispersing.
okay, yeah.
Means
yeah.
they're it's been a while.
Okay. At some time around here, there was conjuration activity.
Mhm.
I'm gonna tuck that away in my head so that I can tell Wildfire, because that seems like something he may know something about.
Sure. But you can basically go ahead and move your token anywhere you would want to move.
Okay, what's going on right north here in room 28, where I would have physically gone had
Now,
I?
in astral form, you only see things like in grays if they're not something to do with like a life form or
Yeah,
something
life forms
connected.
and magic, I think, is mostly the world itself is kind of.
Yeah, so you're seeing a lot of things in gray here. Let me double check. Okay. You do notice that the door to this,
Yeah.
they're around the handle area where you're presuming the handle area is, has a
Yeah.
greenish glow of residue from life form getting near what looks to be the lock.
Gotcha.
Um,
Life. Here.
Mm-hmm. And with Cypher's information that you guys gather, you know that these doors, when they're not connected to the network, have to be manually locked with a key card. So you're getting the idea that somebody probably locked this door, and that's the residue from that looming life force that just seems to stick for just a certain amount of time. Their fingerprint, so to speak.
Can I sniff that life form out and see where it would have gone in here? Is that a thing?
You can see faint footsteps that seem to be leading to the west.
To the west. Let's follow the footsteps.
Okay. Yeah. They go now. Yeah. And you can see there is a life form of a female about 10 feet ahead of you.
Like
just walking straight down the hall.
Okay, I'm gonna watch her a little bit, see where she goes.
Yeah. It looks like she moves about 20 feet forward and then looks to the right, and her arm kind of extends out towards what looks to be, from what you can tell, maybe a door.
Yeah.
And appears to just rapidly, like, move her hand from up to down.
Karate chopping the door.
Yes,
fascinating.
Karate chopping the door, exactly. Wax on, wax off. and then looks to her left and does a similar motion.
Interesting.
And then faces back down away from you and continues walking down the hall. Slowly. Just casual pace. And looks to the left again. Repeats the same motion.
Like checking in at a door? That seems weird to swipe and not go in. I think at this point I'm gonna go try to travel back to my body so I can like call Cypher and ask her, like, is this a thing? Do people do this? Is this technology? Like,
sure, if you want to, yeah. So you're gonna head back to your body?
Yeah.
And that'll happen like very quickly.
Would I know anything about this? Like, she's just... Did you see a card in her hand, or she was just karate?
I saw a big green blob of physicality. Cards don't really show up on my magic dar, you know?
Is this taking place between the two of them directly, or over the group com?
Do you want this to be
I
a
would
question
probably
on
route
group
it through
com?
the group com. Yeah.
Is she locking doors with that key card that we talked about?
Yeah, she could just going through and locking them. Did the door orange light change different color, or?
I don't really see mechanical, technological lights when I'm in astral. If the door became alive or became magical, you know.
Well, she might.
Is that something you could look up? Do you have access to that yet, or do we need to still get you?
No, it's not on. Everything is dark for me. There's nothing here in the Matrix. I have to wait for one of you to turn on the system. Because I can't see unless I see it physically through your comm links.
Well, we know where the card may be then once we...
Sure. Yeah, we could probably use a card.
I'm not very good at beating people up and taking their things, though, so just, you know.
Maybe you just check, make sure you check every room. Look for points to turn on the system, if possible. And if not, then go join Wildfire and he can help you beat up people.
They die when he beats them up, because there's fire.
Or go to Gear Jammer. Or come to us. Your choice. Pick one. Pick your poison on who wants to beat people up.
Yeah, do we kill them with bullets or with fire?
it's like wildfire kills people. Okay, go to Gear Jammer. He also kills people.
The choices
What do you want me to do? I'm blind. I will help you as soon as I can, Jack. I promise.
Thanks.
Okay. So what we'll do from there is we will transition to Wildfire, as Wildfire will be the next person to reach his floor.
Surrounded by fire and torment.
That's it. That's it. That's all you hear.
Cerberus emerges. It's like 300 dog fire versus fire.
So, Wildfire, to the north of you, you see a closed door that leads to your floor.
So how long is short range again? Like 30 feet?
Up to 30 feet, yeah. Like between 10 and
Okay.
30.
I'm just gonna like look at my familiar, and I'm gonna get my familiar to fly into the door.
Okay. Can your familiar just go through the door, or does
Or no, I'm gonna like try to crack it.
Crack it and
like,
then let the
he's
familiar
he's a
out?
little raven. Yeah.
little raven
Little crow.
Okay. So I will go ahead and move the door a little bit for you. You know what? I don't have like a familiar for you, so you can just move your regular token out there, and we'll just pretend that it's your familiar.
Okay. Well, I gotta make a check to look through my familiar's eyes for a round,
Okay.
and I take some strain.
Okay. Go ahead and roll that check, whatever your difficulty is on that. I'm not sure.
Where is it? There. It's an easy primal skill check.
Oh wow! So 1 purple. Don't forget, you guys have. I reset your story points, so make sure you sync your pool, and you guys have those available as well if you'd like to use them.
That's very
Sick.
nice.
It's really good.
Wow, that
Really
is
good
really
stuff.
good. That's really good stuff.
Whoa.
I'm gonna use that to heal my strain. And I'm looking through his eyes, so I'm gonna just go in here.
Okay. Yep. You go out and you look to the left. You can see that there is a hallway that goes about 30 feet. Looks to turn to the left, and there is a door halfway to the right here. Appears to be closed and has what seems to be some kind of keypad below the handle of the door.
Does it have a blinking light?
This one actually has a solid green light.
Okay. I'm assuming that if it's not blinking orange, then it's not open. So I'm just gonna let my bird fly for the 30 feet he can go.
Okay.
Is each square 5 feet? Is that?
Give or take, yeah. It's not like D&D where each box is a certain amount. It's just narrative, so
Okay.
but yeah.
Okay. Well, stop me.
Okay,
Wherever 30 feet would be.
when you get here and you look to your left, you can see that there are immediately 2 doors right here and right here that are clearly labeled men's and women's restrooms. There is a hallway that jets down to the western side, and you can also see that there is a door here that has a similar lock on it as the other door, and also has a solid green glowing light on the panel.
Would I be like reaching just the edge to like peek over the corner there just to see if anybody's down that hallway?
Yeah, you see about 50 feet down there. There is another door at the end of this opening. It's almost like this opens up into like a small lobby area down here, and you can see the beginning. Like when you look down, you can see it's hard to see past the wall, but you can see there's somebody's boot, like the toe of their boot, like sticking out right about here.
Okay. All right.
Looks
I'm
like
gonna have my.
looks like a black boot.
I'm just gonna have my crow return to me,
Okay.
and then I'll just head out into the hallway.
Okay.
That probably took a little bit of time. That was like 2 rounds.
Okay.
but-
Sure.
I can't go through the door. Oh, there we go.
Oh, did it work?
Kind of. Okay,
Mm,
I'm through.
Okay.
And I'll just sit on that corner. That was probably a lot of time. So
Okay. Sure. I'll transition to Gear Jammer at the first floor. What are you doing, Gear Jammer?
So, first question: does this door have a little light on it?
No, all you see is a handle.
Okay, then Gearjammer is going to is trying to be as quietly as he can, just crack open the door and sort of peek out, see what I see.
Perfect. I will go ahead and open the door for you.
Okay,
You see
checks his head out.
there is a door directly in front of you. There's a hallway to your left that goes about 20 feet. And then it looks like it ends in a wall and goes in both directions, like it's a T intersection there. It can go to the north or to the south.
Okay.
From the door ahead of you, you can see that there is a panel on the door ahead of you. Let me double check this really fast to see what it is currently at, its status. That panel is currently an orange blinking light on that panel.
Okay, and we were told that that was that meant it was unlocked, correct? If it was orange and
I
blinking?
believe that's what BT and Cypher told you guys.
Oh, okay. Okay, Gearjammer's gonna walk over to that door and crack that one open.
Hey, the minute you go to reach for the handle, you hear what sounds like crunching noise. Sounds like somebody chewing on something. Did you catch that? Did you catch that game the other night? No, I don't watch that garbage. Oh, it was on the new channel, you know? I can't believe you missed out on it. I told you. And it's as clearly a male and a female voice.
And it's coming from inside that room?
Coming from inside that room, beyond that door.
Okay. Are there any windows in the hallway?
There is a window to the right of you. It's like a tall, skinny window.
To the right, so...
Yeah, to your right, visually looking
like
at that map. Like at the
so
end of the
like
hall.
Yeah, heading to the outside then?
Heading to the outside, yes.
Oh yeah, no, if there's nothing... Okay, then there's nothing in the hall. Gearjammer is not going to open that door.
Okay.
I'm just going to start meandering down the hall a little way.
Okay.
Looking for the next or actually getting to the end of the hall and then going to do that same sort of like stick the head out and look.
Okay, do me a favor. I want you to make a stealth test for me.
Okay, yeah, 'cause that's a strong point.
Your difficulty is going to be 2 purple dice.
Okay, so I'm going to go up here. Go up. There, I got set to 2 purple. Okay. Stealth is 3 green. Okay, so 3 green, 2 purple. Roll if I'm doing that right. Okay, a couple of successes, couple of threat.
Couple of threat. Gearjammer, just something about you, like you don't like to leave people behind you. Because there's always that threat that you're going to get pinned. So you're going to take 2 points of strain as you ignore that door and move on to the end of the hallway. But you're very quiet in the process. And as you get there, you take a look to your right, and you notice that there is an exit door to the outside, to the north.
Okay.
That's
That's
the back of the building. So basically, that would lead you guys out, probably out to the construction site where you guys came in, where you guys initially came. When you look to your left, you can see immediately to your left, on this side of the hall, there are what looks to be clearly marked doors for a men's and women's restroom. And beyond, it looks like it opens into a lobbyway here, where you can hear more conversation taking place. Sounds like somebody sipping a soy calf. The conversation isn't extremely loud, but you can tell there's definitely more than one person.
Okay. No other signs or anything on the hall?
No. Oh. There would be a sign at the end of the hall that points to, it would be the eastern side of the map, once you get down to where all those voices are, that says elevators.
That's not going to help. So Gearjo's just gonna, through the comm, just send a little image of just start putting little like stick figure pictures, and just one, then another, then another, then another, then another. And then and there's a lot of people down here. It's, I mean, I can go through them, but
Maybe come back up?
I will come. I will
Do
go
we-
back to
do we
as
think
the
that
next step.
Did you see any doors that could be like maintenance rooms or anything on the first floor?
Was there a sign on the door to the north where those two people were?
Oh. There would have been. It says, break room.
So far, only found toilet and break room. But
Oh, that's not
that
useful.
is, yeah, there's large sort of group between me and rest of floor. I can't see half building.
Maybe come back up.
Gear Jimmer, I'm also going to throw this out at you because it wouldn't make sense for them to only have an elevator label there at the corner of that hallway. They would also have an arrow pointing straight down that would say main lobby. So the main lobby would be to your south.
Yep.
There would also be a sign labeled... Funny enough, one of them is labeled security control, and it's pointing from that corner to the west, your west from looking at the map. There's also
So
one that,
right towards the voices.
Yep. Well, before the voices, but you'd have to get to the voices before you made that left, that left to go that way. And also a sign that says mainframe computer room. Also pointing in that same direction.
So, Gearjammer will then reply, but perhaps if I took time to read, but it is all down here.
Well, then that's very important. Never mind. Don't come up. Maybe we have to come down to you.
I go make friends.
Do you need backup?
Probably.
Jack, wildfire.
Okay.
I
Maybe
found some
we will go to the
bathrooms.
top and hope for the best that you can turn on the computers. Bathrooms don't help.
I can go down there. All I see is bathrooms. I didn't look at signs though, so I should probably
I
do
didn't
that.
at first either.
I'll probably start heading down the stairs hearing this.
Okay.
He's on one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll head down too.
Okay. I will take you guys to first floor.
This is really important to read signs, huh?
Imagine that.
Let me take.
As I was sort of creeping toward and hearing those voices, did it sound like they were? Did they sound if I went to that opening where they were coming out of? Would they? Do I think I'd be right on top of them, or do I think I'd have a little distance?
You're not sure. You think you'd be pretty close. All right, guys. I'm trying to transfer your tokens from other maps because I don't know if I 100% saved them where I could just pull them out there. And I got wildfire on first floor now, so you should be able to see yours. And Jack, now you should be on first floor as well. I've got you guys set there. I do want to transition up to BT really quick while you guys are getting yourself situated. BT, as you're searching around, you would be in this room over here. This is the room that you came into, 41. That's the room, that's the prototype room. Looking around, it looks as if there was evidence of something going on in here. Like maybe faded areas along the wall where maybe a computer or a desk once sat before. It looks like most of the damage that was done to this room was perhaps the windows on the sides were broken out. They seem to be replaced with brand new windows already. This room looks like it's come a lot farther than the other half of the building has. It looks like maybe they started over here and are working that way. Really looks like just a storage for right now. There doesn't seem to be anything lying around. You do pick up a tool belt that you can give for to Wildfire. It's full of some tools, some wrenches and hex wrenches and all kinds of stuff. But after looking through that, that's all you really find.
In that case, I will move on to a different part of the floor.
Okay.
I am not currently able to see the map that I'm on. I think you transitioned me to a map with somebody else's token.
No,
I just see a black screen right now.
I just moved you over to the left a little bit. That's weird.
No, I also
my
can't.
whole-
Our
my whole
Roll20
thing is
maps
black.
are still on one of the other floors.
Really
Yeah.
strange. Oh, I'm sorry. There you go. Now you guys should be able to
There
see
we go.
it.
Thank you.
You got it.
I wasn't.
So
Um,
you guys were in this room, okay? And then I moved you back out into this room after you guys got done there. So
my light just turned off on my.
Same.
okay, hold on right there, BT, as you're moving down that hallway.
I'd lost visual on people.
Yeah, I can only see my token. All my like characters
I can't
illumination
see.
turned off.
I can't see anything.
The reason you can't see anything is, well, I have night vision on here, 60 feet.
I'm gonna refresh.
That's weird.
Oh, there we go. I just refreshed. Try refreshing that.
All right.
Like I said, this is the first time I've tried using this.
Yep, that fixed it.
No, we're good. We got it.
Okay. So we had been. Were we in this room already? 41.
That was the one you just investigated.
Oh, I thought I went in here.
In where?
42.
42 was where you guys entered originally.
I see. Okay.
Then you
Then
went through
then yeah,
40, 41, and then there's the hallway. I'm getting a lot of like
Alright.
feedback from somebody.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Then yeah, I'll start to head down the hallway.
Okay, as you get halfway down the hallway, you do pick up some sounds of footsteps that seem to be going.
I will.
Seem to be getting farther away from you.
All right. I will dim my. I will dim the illumination from my visor
Okay.
and. Round the corner and try to approach stealthily.
Okay. Now you can still see in the dark, correct, BT?
I believe so.
Okay. So coming around the corner, BT, with your dim illumination, you can see there is what looks to be a security guard just casually walking down the hallway, the opposite direction of you. Appears to have some type of SMG kind of slung over his shoulder.
Very good. I'm going to attempt to neutralize him.
Okay. So you're gonna sneak up behind him?
Yes, I'm just checking my character sheet to see if there's anything interesting I can do.
Okay.
Kelvin made me dinner for my birthday. It's so good.
Oh, nice. Look at that.
What'd you get? What'd you make?
Cat's
Whoa, wait.
done. Cat's done.
Beautiful.
Nom.
Calvin,
alright.
my birthday's coming up in July.
Book a date.
Just put Kelvin in a box and ship him to where Mike lives, and
That's it.
he'll send him back after he cooks.
Okay. Deal.
All right. Are there limitations on how many of my like special abilities I engage in like one maneuver?
Usually
That's what they use, right?
usually what it usually specifies in the actual ability itself. It'll usually say like active or passive. Like passive, it's always on. Active usually tells you like what, like if it says incidental, that means you can do it whenever. Sometimes it'll say maneuver, which means it costs you a maneuver to do it. Sometimes it'll say action, which is part of your action.
Okay, so I don't think that these things interfere with each other. I have an ability called Martial Weapon Master, and I have an ability called Bull Rush. So Bull Rush allows me, when I make a brawl or melee combat check after using a maneuver to engage a target, I can spend some sort of a resource here to knock the target prone.
Okay.
And Martial Weapon Master means when armed with a melee weapon, I can make an average melee check to force an engaged target to drop a weapon they are holding.
Okay.
So my attempt here is to basically just Naruto run down the hallway. And I want to try and basically knock the security guard to the ground, disarm him, and I'm basically just trying to like Splinter Cell take him out from behind.
Okay, are you using the katana, and are you trying to like?
I am not trying to kill him.
Okay, so like the butt end of your katana or something, or the flat side, flat side him or something like that?
Probably, I probably envisioned the Bull Rush looking a lot like running up behind him, dropping low so that my momentum takes out his legs.
Okay.
And the employment of the katana would be in the cutting of the strap of his SMG and then like flicking the gun away from him.
Yeah.
While
Nice.
then using my unarmed hand to like
That's awesome.
punch him to the ground and try and knock him out. I'm not trying to
Okay.
mortally wound anybody unless necessary.
Okay, what you're going to do is you are going to make a melee. Basically, you're doing a combat check with your katana, and the difficulty on this is going to be 2 purple dice. I am going to allow you to add 2 blue boosts to your attack because he is unaware of your presence
All right.
and is currently just looking away from you, walking down the hall. And what was you said some sort of resource you said for that bull rush to knock prone? What picture was it? Do you know what
I'll read
picture
it
it
to
was?
you. It says spend AAA or T. That's what it says.
3 advantage or a triumph. So if you roll 3 advantages or a triumph, you can cash those in to make that effect happen.
Gotcha. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
You flipped a
in that
GM,
case-
or you left the story point to upgrade?
No, I was trying to sync my story points.
Oh, okay.
Because I think my story points were out of sync. It said that it was GM. The GM. What still says that? My character sheet says the players have 0 and the GM has 6, so mine is out of sync. I fixed it.
Okay, and I'm gonna flip one back to you guys because that was an accidental flip, I think. So there you go.
All right. Let's see. Where's my katana?
Let me before you do that, let me double check one thing. Oh, these guys do have 1 melee defense, so that means there is a black setback die on this roll as well.
All right. That's the square, yes.
Yeah, black square.
All right. Then I think I am good. And I think I just have to hit this.
Oh. So the result is a failure.
And 4 advantage.
4 advantage. So basically what happens is you miss with your attack. But
So I do not manage to disarm him.
does it say that you have to hit them? Does it say you have to be
Let me
successful?
read.
Because you may still be able to use your special ability even though you did not actually succeed and do damage. It's still advantageous. So
It does not say that I have to hit, it just says I have to make a brawl or melee combat check.
perfect. So you could still cash in 3 of those advantages and still knock the person prone.
I will still attempt to knock him down.
Okay.
And having failed to disarm him, my plan is to knock him prone and land on and then be on top of him.
Okay. Awesome.
And I just put a finger up in front of my faceplate and I go, "Shh. Be very quiet. It is imperative."
Okay. So Naruto runs down the hallway. He actually hears you coming and then spins just slightly out of the way. Your katana misses, but you kind of shoulder check him, tripping him up, and he falls down onto his back. You press down against him, and you're stopping him from being able to get to his gun. His gun wasn't in his hands; it was kind of off to the side. So you're preventing him from getting to his gun, and you do that little thing with and you can see there's this look of fear and confusion in his face as he's looking back up towards you. He's like, "Listen, what do you want? What's going on here? Listen, all I gotta do is hit this button, and I'll have a lot of security up here." And he points to this little. It's almost like a little radio unit that's attached to one of the straps on his armor.
I say, that would be unwise. The situation is rapidly evolving, but I am here to help. Follow my lead, and we'll all get out of this unharmed.
Make a. I want you to make an intimidation test on that.
What is the lie beyond all reasoning check?
Can I practice this and over an intercom for this guy to hear? I will say, "Did you make contact? Is he safe?"
Okay.
Try and help
Sure.
with whatever you're doing.
Oh,
Sure.
Oh.
Go ahead and make.
I'm trying to convince him I'm on his side.
Okay. Go ahead and make deception then. You could call it deception.
I don't know what any of my skills in any of those are, so I don't know what's
you
better.
you could choose deception or intimidation. Either one would be appropriate here.
Let's see.
Is there any benefit to Cypher pretending that this guy who's supposed to find him?
I'm gonna give him a boost on his roll for an assist.
What is the Shadowrun equivalent of those checks?
I've
Social
got
skills.
deception.
It should be
coercion.
Yeah, it'd be coercion. That would
Deception
be
and coercion.
Yep, coercion.
There's mechanically no difference. I'll make a. I have to clear my.
And I will tell you
My
that
boosts and
it's gonna
whatnot.
be against this individual's
Oh. I may have made my attack with a bunch of extra setbacks against myself by accident.
No, it looks right. 2 purple,
I added
1
2
black.
purple. Oh, the 2 purple was okay.
That was
you
rolled-
on there from before.
Yeah, you rolled.
Okay,
It's
good.
just for some reason you didn't get any successes, or you rolled a bunch of failures on those dice, and that's what hurt you.
Okay.
So, are you doing deception or are you doing intimidation? Because it'll depend
I'm gonna do coercion. I'm not necessarily trying to scare him additionally.
Okay.
I'm trying to now convince him that I am on his side.
Okay, I'm going to say that this is going to be 2 purple dice is going to be your difficulty. Going to be a contested check against his ability stat. So.
All right. I think I'll flip a story point for this.
Okay.
That seems fun.
Yeah, you can flip a story point and you can upgrade your side.
Upgrade. 1 upgrade applied.
I'm gonna put you guys down the
He's
hall.
up there
where this
being
guy is.
smart. The 3 of us downstairs are about to start World War III.
Get ready, I'm headed to you guys next.
Coercion. Oh boy.
Failure with a threat.
You forgot the boost. Roll a boost.
Oh yeah, roll.
I don't know what that means.
The blue, you got a blue boost die because Cypher was helping you. So
Oh.
just clear your whole pool and just roll 1 blue die by itself, and we can add the result to your roll. Advantage, so it cancels the threat. Unfortunately, you still have a failure. So it doesn't seem to convince. He's not convinced that you are on his side. Listen, man, I've never seen you before. What even are you? What's with your face? It's like some kind of what is that? Are those wings? What is that on your face? Are you? You look like a screen.
That's racist, but not important right now.
Hey,
There's
listen,
been a
listen.
severe breach of security.
Yeah, and I think I'm looking at him.
What was the woman's name that we talked to earlier?
The woman's name that you talked to.
The like director of whatever when we were here during the day. Like Diana or something like that?
Janine, maybe? Was it Janine?
Janine sounds familiar.
No, Janine Rogers was the computer operations specialist that she gave you. Justine Greer. That was her name.
So I'm still like conspiratorially whispering to him, even though he doesn't necessarily believe me. I say I'm part of a privatized security force hired directly by Director Greer to look into a mole in your security operation. As you know, something very bad happened here, and something bad is going to happen again if it is not stopped.
But there's somebody on the inside?
That is what I'm trying to find out.
Well, you don't have any idea who it is?
My investigations thus far are preliminary.
Man,
And I like then I like lean in a little bit closer, and it would take too long to do it, but maybe perhaps this goes like red on the screen, and I go, I am still not convinced it isn't you.
Hey, look, man, it's up. Hey, I'm loyal to the cause. All right. Hey, none of these guys intimidate me. I wonder if it's DJ. It could be him. Maybe it's Paul.
Never trust a man who uses initials as his name.
But you're BT.
He doesn't know.
So good. I'm gonna pause this situation. We're gonna leave it at this, and we're gonna go back to the first floor for a moment. With Gearjammer, Jack, and Wildfire. What do you guys want to do?
Gearjammer would be waiting right around that corner where he's hearing the voices,
Okay.
with both shot gloves ready to go, waiting for backup.
Okay, Gearjammer, from where you're looking as you're sneaking up there, just basically how we're looking at the map, to your left, about right here, you can see the edge of somebody's arm.
Alrighty then.
Wildfire, did he send you a map? Do we know where we're going?
I don't know. No, he didn't. But I'm just gonna walk out this door.
Are you guys just having this conversation, or are you sending a message?
I'm whispering physically to him.
Yeah, we're both whispering. Now we're just wandering through the hallways.
Jack, as you go out that door, you can hear somebody's voice from behind that door.
What door? Is there a door over here?
There's a door to right across the hall from you guys, right here. This door right here. There's a door
Yeah.
here. You can hear somebody say, "Oh, I'll be back in a minute. I gotta go use the boys' room."
I'm gesticulating wildly and hustling.
Okay.
I wasn't looking in that direction, so I didn't see him just shake his body and run away.
I grab him by the shoulder.
Okay, all right.
Can
Let's,
I cast barrier to try to block the door?
Sure. Why not?
Okay.
Meanwhile, Gear Jammer's found a beautiful gif of a ticking clock just going.
we can't find you in a hallway.
Turn left. Turn left.
Oh, so we're going the right way. Guy coming to bathroom.
And I think most barriers are one or two.
And actually,
purple.
Gear Jammer, you look to your left, and that's the men's room.
Into toilet. I'm gonna step into the bathroom.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll just remove that door so you can go ahead and put your token in there. I'll just slide this
Gear
in.
Jammer will send a message back. Hide on stairs. Or come to bathroom.
Okay. So I slid the door out of the way. You should be able to be
Jump
in
this
there
guy in the
now.
bathroom.
All right, Jack, are you trying to do the force, or are you letting him?
I'm gonna do a light barrier to try to make the handle jam a little bit.
Okay.
Just kind of, something that doesn't seem too sketchy. Just like, you run the I'm turning it the wrong way kind of thing.
Okay. Okay. What's the difficulty on that?
I think it's usually 1 or 2. Maybe the level of precision here is closer to 2. I don't know.
What kind of magic is it? It's a barrier. Is a
barrier?
Barrier.
It's I think a
additional.
it's a-
effects. Here we go. Additional target. No, you just.
I
want to
probably
keep
need to range it. Because I'm not engaged.
Yeah,
to this door.
base is going to be 2,
Okay.
and since you want to just it'd be just 2 purple for what you're
Okay.
trying to do.
And this is Arcana.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you, no problem. You successfully passed that. Put it a little-
I'll make him like turn it one way, then the other way, then the other, just to it's like when USB where you don't know the right way to do it.
Oh, you're right. You do have.
And
two,
I'll use the advantage to
2 advantage.
heal some strain if that's okay.
Yeah, perfect. Yep.
Cool.
Um,
And then I'm pushing wildfire.
so it's it's definitely going to give you guys some time as you guys are pushing wildfire.
He told me to go to the bathroom or go to the stairs.
Bathroom, jump him.
Okay, all right. He told me to go left. We're gonna go left.
Okay. So you guys
I've
go-
got the bathroom
Trust-
cracked open just a tiny bit, hoping to see them come around the
Oh
corner.
yeah, you
Trusting he
see
knows where to
wildfire
go.
coming around the corner. I would like both Wildfire and Jack to make stealth checks for me, please.
Not good at that. Not good at that
yeah,
at
I'm
all.
not.
It's gonna be
What's the difficulty?
2 purple dice is gonna be your difficulty. Average.
I don't think I'm stealthy at all.
Nope, me neither.
Well, it couldn't have been worse.
Oh boy.
That was worse.
Neither of them succeed.
I'm assuming not.
What's that? Your Jimmer?
I'm assuming I'm hearing this.
You're hearing what sounds like somebody shoving somebody down the hallway frantically.
He's going! I'm going!
BT, hear it upstairs.
He's coming!
There's someone coming to the bathroom.
I know, but we have to find the bathroom.
I'm just gonna try to pull them into the bathroom.
Okay. Gear Jammer's hand reaches out, grabs Wildfire by the shirt, like the collar, and just tugs. And while Jack is like, I'm like hanging on Wildfire, he pulls through. Jack, as the door is slamming shut, your foot gets kind of squeezed in the door a bit. Ow! And Wildfire, with all this pressure, you take 2 points of strain as all this is happening. As it takes place. Jack, you do have one advantage on your roll. How could we say this could be advantageous in some way?
Could we say, for example, that we get a good feel of the bathroom, and if we're trying to, like, the next thing that we do in here, we actually maybe get a boost on?
You got it. Yeah, perfect. So instantly you walk in and see, yeah, there's a few urinals, a couple stalls.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do? You don't
There's like exactly enough stalls for all of
Jack,
us.
you don't anticipate you have a whole lot of time. You just put a minimal barrier up just to distract for a little bit.
Yeah. We want to lure people in here, right?
Gear Jammer is gonna try to hide behind the door. He's like, "Oh, get in stalls."
I'm gonna go to
You
a
come
urinal.
Okay? You're gonna stand in front of the urinal?
Okay.
The urinals are
When you come
open.
in-
Like there's no it's just like there's like a little divider walls, but that's it.
I put a mosaic up just in case he actually has to go. I don't see anything.
Yes.
Gear Jammer's gonna hide behind the door and just look at the two of them as we're getting situated. Just sort of point at one of the open toilet stalls.
Uh-huh.
Just make the image of sort of shoving somebody's head into the toilet.
Okay. So you're getting in the
Alright.
stall?
I'll
No,
get
I'm
the
standing
stall.
right behind the door, so as soon as he comes through, just sort of gonna grab his head and just basically try to like bulldog him into the toilet.
Okay. You guys do hear on the outside of the door, just a little time after you guys get all organized and ready for this, you hear a male voice say, "Eric, was that you?" I mean, yeah. I got a whiz. Oh, I thought I heard something. Whatever. Then you hear footsteps kind of walk away. And then the door opens. As Jack, as this individual walks by, you just hear, "Hey." Walks by, enters the stall.
As he goes to head in, I'm charging right behind him to shove his head into the toilet.
Go ahead and make a brawl check for me, Gear Jimmer. This is going to be
Okay.
2 purple dice, and I'm going to give you 2 boosts for this awesome idea you guys have, this plan.
Okay, let's see. Brawl. Okay. That's right. You said it's 2 purple?
2 purple, yep.
Okay, 2 boost.
His armor will not apply to this check.
Oh,
Armor can't save you from a swirly.
That's it, that's it.
Episode title.
That's it.
Where's the lie?
Armor can't save you
Really?
from sorely. Oh
60
no!
Well, the situation's better in the bathroom.
Okay, so you fail at giving this individual a swirly. But how can that be advantageous to you? Because you have an extreme advantage here. Like, that's almost the equivalent of rolling, like, a triumph or 2.
He knocked himself out on the hand.
Thinks you're the bathroom attendant.
He tips you.
Failing to give him the swirly, just somehow, well, anyone with pockets in their pants has probably done this at some point. Just as the two of us are sort of trying to get to this door and try to push him through here, sort of catch, if possible, to do both. The wire on his radio that they're wearing on their shoulders,
Yeah.
and the strap of his gun, just sort of getting caught on like the edges of the locks, one on the door, one on the actual frame itself.
Sure.
To just sort of disconnect those wires.
Yeah, it definitely does. Disconnects the and his gun kind of like, that's why you can't give him a swirly, because his gun prevents him from going any farther forward. It's like, and you can feel like the pressure from his arm as he's being pulled back, almost like dislocates his shoulder in the process as you kind of forcing him back forward. He does lose his balance a bit and begin to start slipping and falling, and his one arm goes right into the toilet. Ah! And at this very moment, I want to transition upstairs for just one quick moment. As this conversation is happening, Cypher, you notice something in the Matrix. The network for emerging futures comes back online. Seems the emerging futures network has gone online, and you have visual of the network itself. What would you like to do?
I hop on to group chat and I say, BRB boys, we're back online. Probably not hidden anymore. The cameras are probably active now. Just so you know, KBRB.
Think there are cameras in here?
You don't see any cameras in the restroom.
In the toilet.
Oh.
Cool. Christy, I'm going to take you to a different place. You are going to go into the Emerging Futures Network.
Oh my god. What is this?
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bring you all. If I take the flag over there, can you guys all see this? Do you guys have visual?
Let me see.
You don't?
I do.
You do? Oh, it's because I have all of you on your own maps. That's why.
Yeah.
I can't just. I thought that all players would. Okay, no, it wouldn't. Wonder how I make it to where I can just get all players synced up again. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'll figure that out for next time.
That could be for another point.
Okay, so Cypher, in order to access this network, you first must use the access system action. You see it under that card at the top where it says actions. The first one says access system.
Yes.
So you have to succeed on this check before you can even like get into access to this system. So this system is going to be 3 purple dice to access as its base difficulty. As you gotta bypass some
Good
firewalls.
luck.
You said 3?
3 purple.
Is the story on your side?
And if there's any special talents or abilities that you have when it comes to accessing systems, this would be the time to use them.
Yes, let me double check.
Use the force. Trust the feelings.
Okay. Well, as an incidental, I'm gonna use direct access and reduce the difficulty by 1.
Okay. So it goes from 3 to 2.
And then as another incidental, I can make more than 1 incidental, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I will spend a story point to give me 5 advantage.
Wow. Very nice. Make sure you have story point. You said 5 advantage?
My ranks in resonance.
Nice. You maxed out on the resonance.
Yes, sir. All right, let's try her out.
Automatic 5 advantage on this roll.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Oh.
You have
Wow.
no trouble at
Holy
all.
jeez.
No
Damn.
trouble.
Oh, that feels good.
So, do you see there's a card here? If you click on it, I believe, and if you I wonder if I can how I zoom in on things. Shift Z? Yeah, Shift Z. So, spending advantage in Triumph, oh, that's for so you can cover your tracks with a triumph for 2 advantages. You can create a permanent back door with 3 advantage or a triumph. So basically, you would have a back door into this system in case you were ejected out of it. You'd have an easy way right back in.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna do both of those things because I have 5 advantage.
There's also down at the bottom, there's a triumph that says Scouting Ahead. You can learn details of one unencountered IC on the system.
Okay.
So basically, you can get visual and assist one of the ICs there that are guarding some things. You can flip a card basically and take a look at it with a triumph.
Okay, so I will use 3 advantage to do a permanent backdoor,
Okay.
and then I will use the triumph for scouting ahead.
Use the triumph to scout ahead. Okay. And you would still have 3 more advantages
Oh,
because you had 5, right?
right,
So
right. Plus, yeah. Okay, you're right.
So if there's anything else that you would like to do, you can even use those to, if you have any strain, you could do that.
I don't. All right, then I'll do the cover tracks.
So it adds a setback to any chance to trace you.
Yeah, and then I'll forward the last advantage to whoever wants it
Okay.
for the boost. Whoever takes it next for the boost.
Perfect. So you are now officially in the system.
And what does it mean by like scouting port? Does that mean I get to choose one of these things that I can look at?
You
or...
tell me which one of these cards you want to look at, and I'll show
Okay.
it to you. That's what it means. Now, you can see some of these, like, for example, the one to the far left, something is guarding the lighting systems in this facility.
Right.
You also see that something is guarding the mag locks from the first 3 floors. Some of these things are hidden, though, so you're not sure what is beyond. There's HVAC, there's elevators, security cameras. You've got the 24-hour.
God.
All that stuff.
It's a good way to go here. I'm gonna take out cameras. So I'm gonna go. I want to see what this one is.
Okay. I will flip it for you.
Oh boy.
Okay, that is... Oh, where's its label? Weird.
It looks spooky. I don't know what it is.
That is a type of IC, but it is not showing me the name of it. That's weird. Okay, I'll be able to find it. That is considered... that one is this one. That is a patrol IC.
Okay.
It is a very common piece of IC. It's like the first line of defense, usually against most intruders. You would know this. Program strength is pretty weak. It's only a 3, level 3.
Mm-hmm.
And the effect, if a character attempts to break this IC and fails, the sysops or other system admins are immediately notified of an intrusion. The patrol then deactivates until the end of the runner's next turn, and that's the only rules that apply. So basically what it does is if you fail, it immediately notifies of intrusion.
Okay.
So that's that IC. I'll just keep it flipped so we know that you that one.
Huh.
And while you're thinking about what you might like to do next, I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to take us back to BT, who I am going to take, put him on the 4th floor. That way we can see what's going on. Unless you want me to come back to you, BT. No? Okay.
I'm good. I'm just
Got it.
getting this turned back on.
You're all good, man. Then bathroom squad, you're on deck.
Okay, so everybody get their bazookas and elementals ready to summon as we go raids and space to the ground.
Okay, there we go.
Love that
PT has
mask.
found the creepiest smile on the world.
I love that mask, man.
Oh
So
my
good.
god.
What happened? Oh, I don't know why that happened. I didn't do that.
Now you're definitely making intimidation checks.
Hang on.
I will not kill you. Ignore this creepy smile on my face.
I'm not actually sure what's happening here with this.
It's like a Goosebumps episode, The Haunted
Hang on,
Mask.
let me reboot my face. I don't know why that happened. That was very weird. Okay. I seem to have my normal face on. What was the last thing I said to him?
You convinced him that there was a mole, and he thought it was DJ, and you said not to trust anybody with.
Yes.
Yeah.
So armed with the knowledge, as soon as Cypher comes onto the comms and says that the system is going back online, and then she's like, BBL TTYL. I sort of I'm still sort of on top of this individual. I'm not necessarily going to get off until I don't think he's going to immediately hit his alert. But I'm gonna I tilt my head and I say, the system's about to come back online. The situation is evolving more rapidly than we had anticipated. And I look at the individual and I say, what is your name?
It's Jake. What's yours?
For operational security purposes, I should not give you that information. The less you know, the less anyone can ask you about later, you understand? I wouldn't want you tortured for information that...
Oh gosh, no! I
You
don't
don't
want
need
to.
to have
I don't want to be tortured for information. That sounds awful.
I nod and I weirdly caress the side of his face and I say, Jake, I am choosing to believe that you are not compromised. I may regret this later, but time is of the essence.
Whoa.
There is something I need to find in this building. My team and I are short on time. Will you help me?
I mean, you're not with Ares, are you?
As I said, I was hired by the director.
I mean, I'm just checking. I was just making sure. Oh, what do you need? What how can I help you?
I need to find out what happened here. There may be information either buried in the system or physical evidence of the events that led to the destruction of this building that may prove instrumental to me and my team.
Well, I mean, the only place I can think there might be something information would be up on the top floor, maybe in the main offices?
Can you get us there without being stopped by members of the security force? We don't know who we can trust at this point.
You're right, but I mean, how do we know for sure? I mean, I could get you by everybody if you need access. I mean,
That is all I require. I do not want to endanger you any more than is necessary. If you can get me where I need to go, you can be on your way, and we never saw each other.
okay, well, I guess let me up, and I'll take you to the elevator.
I begin to get off him and I say, before I do, I gesture at the device on his, that he indicated he can use to, like, call the others.
Yeah.
I said, you might want to hand that over to me.
Sure. He unclips it, unhooks the wire from around his ear, and then hands it over to you.
Alright, I will just take it and I don't know, reach into those deep pockets and, like, scotch tape the receiver to my head so I can listen in.
It's like magic tape.
Let's say, alright, Jake, lead the way.
All right. And he basically just starts walking down that hallway. Did you leave him? Does he still have his weapon on him?
If I failed to take it from him and I don't get the impression that he is... At this point, BT assumes that he is, like... He's taking precautions against calling in extra backup.
Mm-hmm.
But he is going to operate under the assumption that this ruse is working until it proves otherwise, so I'm not going to disarm him.
Yeah. You get the
do I
vibe
have-
it's working.
So character or flavor wise,
Mm-hmm.
this seems like an ability that makes sense, but I don't want to bend mechanical rules.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have the ability to communicate with the team over the over our direct communication channel without having to speak out loud?
Yes, because Cypher has an ability that allows her to have like a direct network that everybody is on. So everybody does have communication within the group.
There's a lot of memes in the group chat, so
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that it's okay as, like, a robot guy that I can, like, talk on the comms, but, like, I'm not like externally projecting that on my speakers.
Sure. Yeah.
So as soon as I go, all right, Jake, lead the way, and I, like, pat him on the shoulder, and I immediately switch to the group only channel, and I go, okay, I'm super lying to a guy right now, and he's taking me to the top floor where he says there might be information that's valuable. His name is Jake. I don't get the sense that he has a pocket knife.
Be safe, we're on the bottom floor giving a guy a swirly.
That's a weird choice for a covert operation, but I respect it.
So good. So
I'll
BT,
keep you updated on what I find.
so BT, you're being led down the hall, and you're led into an open area at the end, and you look to your left, and you can see there are men's and women's restroom. It looks like there are 3 elevator chambers in front of you. Seem to be in working order. You can see lights kind of blinking and shown on different floors. One of them appears to be headed up towards the 4th floor, which you are currently on. The middle elevator opens, and Jake leads you into the middle elevator, and you see him quickly push 5 for the top floor of the facility. The door closes, and you begin to rise up. Bathroom squad.
I will move.
Oh yeah.
I'll move to the side of the, like, out of line of sight of the door when it opens and closes.
Okay,
I just
perfect.
step with my back to the side wall of the.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you could do that. Bathroom squad. So this guy is basically stuck on the door handle in this restroom, and he begins to start shouting. Who are you? What are you doing? And Gear Jammer, you got him. Wildfire's kind of like there trying to help you out. What do you guys do?
As you start screaming, can I use an incidental?
Sure.
As you start screaming, I'm just going to lean back as far as I can and literally slam my head into, trying to aim for the bridge of his nose. I'm going to headbutt him.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. Make your, this would be
And-
brawl check once again.
Okay.
Because it's not
That's as
using a
if,
melee weapon.
From a headbutt, character suffers. Character. Oh wait. One engaged. A character suffers 2 wounds, and the target is knocked prone and disoriented till the end of next turn.
Okay. Perfect. Here's what I would like you guys to go ahead and do, since we are kind of engaging in a little bit of combat. Let me go ahead and clear out this. And I would also like BT and Cypher to roll on this. Actually, no, BT and Cypher, you guys stay off of it for this one. Because I'm not sure how long this one's going to take. But you guys can go ahead and roll initiative on your. Remember that it's on the combat side, and it's near the top. You guys are going to roll. I'm going to say, because this is a tense moment, I'm going to say everybody's going to be using vigilance for their initiative rolls for this.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's just straight. There's no difficulty on it, right?
Yep, it's just a straight shot. Yep.
Oh, I accidentally had difficulty checked on mine. I would have been.
Oh, which one was yours then?
Mine is 1-5 instead of 1-2. So
It'd be 1-5 instead of 1-2. Okay.
yes, sir.
I can change that. I should be able to change it.
Oh,
Change
of
it.
course. Why not get a success and a triumph on the freaking initiative?
Uh-oh.
Oh.
The roll 20 just froze. Oh no. Roll 20 just went.
Oh no, is that gonna mess with OBS?
Oh no, there it goes.
Huh.
It was trying real hard. Okay, it does not like it when I try to edit the PC turn order numbers.
Oh shoot.
So what I'm
Okay,
gonna,
I'll be more careful next time. It doesn't matter, I don't think, right?
I think it's
still
I
above.
think it's because
yeah.
I put that dynamic lighting in. I think it's glitching out because of that dynamic lighting.
But it's still higher than all the others, so it doesn't matter if it's a 2 or a 5 or a 30.
I'm just gonna leave it as it is.
Yeah.
And once my roll 20 starts working again, there it goes. Oh, now it's letting me change it. There we go. We got 3 PCs, 1 NPC. I'm gonna do descending order. That's weird. There we go. So we got 2 PCs, an NPC, and then the last PC. So I'm gonna say, Gear Jammer, you inflicted 2 wounds against this individual?
Well, no, I think it's me who takes the wounds.
Oh, you take the wounds?
It literally what it says is once per encounter, the character may perform the headbutt incidental. The character suffers 2 wounds and selects one engaged non-vehicle target with a silhouette of up to 1 higher. The target's knocked prone and disoriented. So basically, I think I'm injuring myself
Injuring yourself
to knock him down
prone.
and disorient him.
Okay. What is it? Is it just disorient 1 or is it disorient 2? Does it have a number?
It doesn't say. It just says the target is
Okay.
disoriented until end of next round.
Okay, disorient means it adds a black setback to anything it tries to do. So, yeah, you slam into him with your head. He drops down onto the ground, actually bumps his head off the side of the toilet, too, as he's down. He looks a little bit dazed and confused. You do have, also, Gear Jammer, you rolled a triumph on your initiative, which gives you an extra free maneuver on your turn. But just remember that.
Oh, okay.
And any PC who is in the bathroom may go.
Who thinks they can
Anyone
stop
got-
it?
Going to need you to be more specific than that.
Any PC that's in the bathroom.
I can do something.
Well, it's up to you. Or if no one else has got an idea, I'm just gonna try to knock him out.
Got
I
two
can also
chances
try to
take
knock him out.
so go ahead.
Okay. You want to go first, or you want me to? Your call.
I'll go real quick. I'll look down at him and I'll go shh. And as I go shh, smoke comes out of my mouth and envelops his head. And I'm gonna try to do an attack that's non-lethal to try to like suffocate him and knock him out.
Okay. Yeah. Perfect.
It's gonna be It's gonna be an attack, but the damage is stun damage
is-
instead of lethal damage.
that's
because I'm
perfect.
primal.
Yep. Let's do strain. It'll be strain instead of wounds. Sure. Yeah, you can do that. So you're gonna make it'd be your primal check, and
It's an additional purple for non-lethal.
okay, perfect. So it'd be what, base 2?
I think so.
Okay. It should be under your
Uh-oh.
magic. If you look under magic, and it says magic attack additional effects. And you got that list of non-lethal, so you add 1. You start with a base 1, then it goes non-lethal to make it 2.
Yeah, I think that's it. So yeah.
Yep.
It would be base 2.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my maneuver to
Mhm.
get my pet to help me first,
Okay.
or my
Sure.
familiar to help me.
Sure.
So
Yep.
my familiar adds 2 blue boosts,
Okay.
and then I'm going to roll and do
Alright.
my spell thingy.
You also get a boost from me
Oh,
forward.
okay. I forgot. Thank you.
Holy mother!
Wow.
Yay!
That's a good roll.
So that's 4 strain inflicted. Is that how you deal damage on attacks?
I believe yes. I don't really remember what the.
Is there a base
Triumph does.
power to? Don't you have a foci?
I always forget I have that thing.
What does your gnarled wand do?
Oh God. Item inventory. No one. +2 damage on attack spells
Oh, there it is.
and -1 difficulty.
Oh.
Oh,
Well, what we'll do is we'll just add the 2 on there for this turn.
Yeah.
The next
Yeah.
time you just gotta
I'll remember it next time.
Because it would only
That's-
been 1 purple. So 2 will give you enough to do exactly what you're trying to do. You will
Perfect.
actually suffocate him to unconsciousness.
Perfect.
So as your smoke kind of leaves your mouth and kind of envelops, you see him just going, and then eventually you see his hands just kind of fall to the sides, and he goes limp onto the bathroom floor.
smoking in the
See,
bathroom.
I don't kill everyone. Just most people.
Oh, so now we take his little headpiece thing and stick his head in the toilet.
Oh yeah. What does Triumphs do?
You get a maneuver immediately on your.
Yeah, you can take an immediate maneuver.
Wait. Oh, that's on the attack itself. That's crits or right?
Yeah, that's a crit. But you wanted non-lethal, so I didn't know if there was. If you want it, you can activate a crit if you'd like.
Or something great happens.
Secondhand smoke inhalation.
Yeah, it's a...
He gets mesothelioma or something.
Emphysema.
It can also be spent some other way, because honestly, that would probably take you guys out of a combat encounter already.
Mhm.
So if you wanted to use it as something else narratively, you could.
I don't know. He got a good scream out, but could we say that it like cut off his screams a little bit preemptively?
Sure. You do hear a knock on the, you hear a knock on the door, and what you guys all like freeze. You hear? Must have been those tacos. And then you hear footsteps walking. And as they're walking away, you hear, "Gross, man. Ah." And you just hear somebody walk away.
Perfect. And then I can. So when you heal strain off of advantages, is it the number of advantages or the strain?
Yeah. If
Okay,
you wanna
I'll
heal
heal
up to
all of
4.
my strain.
There you go. So you guys are looking at this unconscious body of. You can see he has a name tag. Is Eric.
Do you have a
Your
gun?
German's gonna start taking the little walkie-talkie alarm thing.
Yeah.
Put the cord back in and just sort of stick it in his ears so he can start listening in.
You also
You
notice
said
he
he had
has
a,
he has an SMG
Yeah, I'll take
on
it.
him. Okay,
I'll
that
take
is it's a SMG in that basic that rules PDF that is linked to the Discord. But
Okay.
this one has it's an Uzi 3 is what they're called.
Perfect.
I don't suppose he has like handcuffs or anything on him.
Let's check. He has a couple extra clips of SMG ammo. He has his comlink, which you guys acquired. He has a flashlight.
I'll take that.
Flashlight? Okay, you can add it.
I'll take the SMG clips.
Okay, yep. So you have some extra SMG ammo that can be used at any time. He also has 100 Nuyen on him.
Yoink that too.
Okay, so you can add 100 Nuyen to, or if you guys want to split it. He has an armored vest, which is +1 defense, +1 soak.
I don't
And-
check what I'm wearing.
And dangling from his vest is his name tag is actually is like his key card, and it looks like
Oh,
it's
Take
his
that too.
take that. Okay, yep. So you got his key card that says Eric on it. It has a little picture of him on the front too.
When this guy wakes up, things are gonna get ugly for us.
Gear Jammer's gonna go into his compartment, pull out his flask, sort of get the guy, sit the guy on the toilet, and just pop over the top and just sort of shake a little bit of whiskey onto him,
Okay.
and just lean him over to the side.
Okay. You pop him down. He's like,
Perfect.
and the like Gear Jammer has some pretty strong whiskey. So you guys just immediately smell this aroma filling up the place. Like Wildfire, you get worried that you're going to accidentally ignite this alcohol. But the guy's just like laying there, passed out of the back of the toilet.
I'll back up to a corner.
Shouldn't be gun job. Anybody want some?
I'm good. I'm okay.
All right. So while you guys are sitting there in the bathroom, I'm going to go back to Cypher. So I put your back door up there. What would you like to do?
I want to try to break or override this ice.
The one that you've seen?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to use the break ice action. So let me double check and zoom in on that. Break ice. So once you learn the details, you're going to make an average resonance check. And basically you need, so its program strength is 3, so you need 4 successes or more to win, to beat it,
Okay.
and be able to move by it. Okay?
Damn. Okay. Okay, so I'll reduce difficulty by 1 as an incidental.
And basically you move up to this thing. You're trying to basically tiptoe and sneak by the patrol I see. As it kind of looks like a little bird as it snoops around, and looks like it has eyes that are made out of like lenses of a camera. It seems to be just peering around within this part of the matrix.
Okay. And I have something for this.
Okay.
I
Well, I think you add your I want to say I think you add your resonance to the roll.
do I?
Let me double check. Because for some reason I think you start with a base number, because your program strength is equal to your resonance.
Yeah.
And I believe when you do this, you add
My residence rank?
I think so. Your ranks and residence. So I don't think you can get anything less than a 5.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let me double check just to be sure.
Yeah.
To break the ice, runner's attempt must generate a strength that exceeds the strength of the icy they are targeted. To determine the strength, the runner makes an average computer check. If the check succeeds, their strength is equal to the number of, well, maybe not. Often a runner is using an icebreaker to help them break a piece of ice. If the runner is using an appropriate icebreaker, then they add the icebreaker's strength to the strength of their override check. Yeah, so since you are a technomancer, you're an icebreaker, an IC breaker yourself. So your resonance is your base number. So you add that plus your successes. So you actually have 6 successes here.
Okay. Okay.
So you will have enough to break or sneak by this IC right here. And I'm just going to turn it sideways for now, because you can slip by. And now what you can do is, in order to interact with these things, you have to spend maneuvers to do so.
Okay. So.
And I believe you have, because you're a technomancer, you have 2 maneuvers per turn.
Yes.
So if you wanted to, you could go ahead and hit both of these, and then that would end your turn, so to speak.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So are you taking all the security cameras offline?
Yes.
Okay. Why it's not letting me I don't know what layer these are on. They're on the token layer. Why it's not showing me.
Well,
I used to be able to X them out. Oh, you know what? I had to do it this way. What was that?
Can I use 2 maneuvers to interact with the same one twice?
Well, it's kind of like, what do you want to do? What do you want to interact with?
Before I shut them down, I want to see the first floor security cameras for where these boys are going, so I know what they're dealing with.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, of course.
I don't want to just shut it down without getting information from it.
So do you want to broadcast it to them?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and
I'd
show
rather
you
do that
guys on the first
completely.
floor as you guys are dealing with bathroom guy. How am I going to show you guys this? Okay, I'm just going to grab your tokens. I'm going to drag them over there.
Okay.
So, Christy, you're probably not going to be able to see what's happening, but the guys downstairs are.
Imagination.
Yeah. Just because I have everybody split up right now. Okay, you guys ready? I want to take you for a walk. You guys on your floor?
Let's go.
Yep.
All right. So when you walk down here, I'm going to let you guys go. Can you guys see that area, that open area?
Oh god.
I can see the 3 people immediately around us.
There are 3 people.
One down the hall.
You can see video footage of 3 people hanging out in front of the elevators. There are 2 individuals that seem to be beside 2 doors. There's a door to the north and a door to the south. And is that the only place you were taking the camera? Was where they were headed?
I'm showing them the full first floor because that's where I know
Okay.
my party's at. I want them to know the layout. I want
Mhm.
them to know how to get around places. So yeah, I'm.
Okay. I'll take you guys down a
If
little
I
bit
need
farther.
maneuver for it, I'll do it.
Down here to the main lobby, there are 2 individuals standing behind or sitting behind the desk that comes into the front door. Going back up to where you guys saw those 2 doors, if you go in the one that's going towards the front, you will notice that there is a bunch of people in this room, including 2 rotodrones.
Oh.
It looks like an individual familiar. Not familiar, but looks familiar into what your specialty is, Gear Jammer. There is a rigger in this room that seems to be working on some kind of computer systems here. That seems to be this is the main security room. And there are also 2 individuals that look very similar to Jack.
Oh no.
As you seem to
Handsome.
possibly have discovered individuals that might be responsible for those spirits that you encountered outside.
Mm.
Moving across the hall, you come into a room number 11, that has 2 individuals guarding it inside. Computer systems everywhere. This looks like your mainframe computer room.
Okay.
I'm just going to show you guys the ones that have individuals in them. The rest of the rooms. Back here, where you guys encountered that break room, there's one young lady sitting at a table eating a bag of chips. And oops, I just grabbed Jack that time. I wanted to grab the whole team. As I'm taking you on a joyride of Cypher's images that she's sending you from the Matrix. And then there seems to be another room down here in the bottom left-hand side of the map that has 2 individuals. There seems to be like lockers in this room. It looks like this might be a place where when the security, an additional break room, maybe a security room, just areas of, you can see lockers. Probably this is where they get extra ammunition, all that kind of jazz. So that is the layout of pretty much every threat. Why is everybody moving? Come on, just pick Wildfire. Thank you.
Sorry, Michael.
No, it's all good. And now I'll put you guys back in the bathroom. So you guys got kind of like a general layout of the room. I know it's kind of hard to see the walls now, but
It's okay. They're a thicker black.
yeah. So that's what you get from Cypher. And that Cypher, that would probably take you, that would be your maneuver basically to give them all the information. So they're seeing all this.
Right.
And then did you want to shut all of them down? Or do you want to keep them online?
I think I want to keep them online.
Okay.
Question for going further down this path. Do I need to interact with both of them to get to the next one?
You'd have to No, you don't. You can bypass the storage on your next turn and just go straight for this one to find out what's beyond it.
Is that a maneuver if I were to go down there?
Well, you've used your action to break the ice and your 2 maneuvers. Well, you use your 1 maneuver.
1 maneuver to view the cameras.
Yeah, you can't. You have to have an action to be able to try to break. So you could just.
Would it be an action as for a maneuver to interact with the footage to try and see if there's anything that goes back to the potential explosion?
Good question. This is only 24-hour camera footage, and you would remember that this happened probably a week ago. So
Damn.
this
Get
isn't,
into the backups.
yeah, this isn't going to give you the type of footage that you would need.
Okay, then there's not much I can do. Can you show me the security camera actions? Just real quick.
The security camera actions? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on that. Viewing live feed. Oh, it said
We
from...
get visibility in
from-
other floors.
It says viewing live feed from 1 camera, so I shouldn't have showed you guys all the rooms. I should have just, like, picked one. But, hey, you live, you learn.
Okay, then I'm just gonna forego the second maneuver at this point then.
Okay, you got it.
Yeah.
I'll say your second maneuver was getting to see all those cameras.
Yeah. I typed it out.
Yeah, it's super
Humble and merciful.
Yes, you got it.
yes,
You got
yes,
it. Perfect. So, BT. I'm going to move you to the 5th floor. You will be over to the right. Shift ping you there. As the beep hits the floor and the door opens, you guys move out into the main. Well, BT, you said you wanted to be kind of out of range.
Yeah, I'm sort of like standing not in line of sight of the doors. I'm gonna see what this guy's about to do.
Okay. Well, the door opens.
So if I need to rapidly hit the door close button, I want to be in a position to do that.
Sure. Yeah, it opens. He notices that there are, and you kind of see, because like the doors open almost like completely out. There's not a whole lot of place to hide. So they'll still be able to see you, but you can be tucked up like a little bit, so it'll be still have a little bit of cover, but they'll still be able to tell that somebody else is there. But yeah, it seems like there is a male and female security guard in this main entryway as the door approaches, and the female kind of looks, hey Jake, what's up? Oh, I've got another one working with Greer. Kind of directs their attention towards you, BT. And then the other gentleman, taller individual, really dark hair, starts to kind of walk closer to you. He's got a suspicious look on his face. What you mean? Are you new on security here?
Something of that nature. I'm an independent contractor looking into the occurrence that happened here the other week. There may be further implications than were originally believed by the company. It is my job to figure out what those might be.
And Jake kind of chimes in. Yeah, I'm just going to take them around. We're just going to do a quick sweep just to make sure there wasn't anything missed. You know, just check it out. And the female kind of looks, the female security guard, you can see her name Gail on her tag as she looks over to you, BT. It's like, she looks very suspicious. Why would Greer hire somebody to come in and snoop around in her own offices? It just doesn't really make any sense.
Why indeed, Gale? Why indeed?
She like looks confused, looks over at the other guy who can see his name is Ross on his name tag, and he kind of looks back. They're completely confused, and Jake's like, I'm telling you, he's. Listen, guys, we got to be quiet about this, okay? We don't want too much of this information getting out. And Ross looks over. Why? And Gale's like, Jake, are you sure you could trust this guy? Jake like looks back and forth and looks back at BT. How much is she paying you?
That would be unprofessional to discuss.
Jake like looks back at Gale and Russ and listen, I trust him, okay? I trust him. Do me a favor. Watch these elevators. And they both look very hesitant, but they eventually just kind of nod and seem to just take a couple steps back, relax a little bit, and Jake kind of moves by, and you can see him leading you on, BT, to this hallway across the way here. And you guys can see there's another security guard ahead there, but he's kind of just hanging out over there. Looks like he's got some kind of candy bar or something he's snacking on.
I step up towards Gale before we exit this room. I sort of
Okay.
move in close to her and lower my voice, and I say, Gale,
Yes?
I want you to consider your colleagues on the security force. Think back over the last few weeks. Has anyone seemed distressed or out of sorts, or like something unusual might be bothering them? I don't need an answer now. I will check in before we leave this floor. But think on it. Think very carefully. A lot of lives could be at stake.
Okay. I'll think on it.
I put my hand on Gale's shoulder, just like I did to Jake. I say, I trust you. And then I immediately switch to the group comm and I say, I'm super lying to some more guys on the 4th floor.
Do you need us to make some noise? We knocked the guy out in the bathroom and made him look like he was drunk.
So
It
proud.
seems to be another weird choice, but I respect it. It seems to be going okay so far. I will send word if I need a loud distraction of any sort.
So, okay, so he's telling us to stay in the bathroom and just relax.
The other, the dark-haired individual, what was his name?
Ross.
Ross.
Mm.
And I nod like somberly to Ross and I say, Ross, this situation could become very complicated very soon. Be on alert. Listen for anything out of the ordinary. It could get dangerous. Trust your training.
Do you think he looks at you, he's like, do you have info that is Ares coming tonight?
I tilt my head down as if considering whether or not to trust these individuals or not. And I look and I say, the less I confirm or deny for you here, the safer it makes everyone later. I will say this. Be on guard.
You see him in his eyes, he's getting a little nervous. And you can see him look towards the elevators with a diligent, like just peering towards the elevators. And he kind of moves to his SMG a little bit.
I immediately switch to the group channel and I go, hey everybody, what the hell is Ares?
Oh.
Does anyone know what this is? because I'm bullshitting my way through a conversation with a bunch of these guards, and I've never heard of it.
Gear German's just going to start putting images of the battle van and heavy weaponry and
Basically, what you get, BT, is a bunch of images of a mega corporation.
Is this something I probably should have known what it was?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like one of the top 10 megacorps in the entire world, and they own. I mean, they're significant.
What's Toyota?
I don't watch a lot of TV. It's fine.
Oh yeah.
I will relay. The security force seems extremely preoccupied with the idea that Ares might be intervening in this situation.
Well, they are buttheads, so that tracks.
Something to keep in mind. I'm on my way into some sort of main office.
Well, if Ares is supposed to be coming, we should probably speed up this process.
Yeah, we don't want to be here if they show up.
That may be a myth that I am fostering in them unnecessarily. There is, to my knowledge, no immediate threat of that happening, save for a bunch of lies that I've been telling them to get myself access.
Well, now you're fostering it in me, so I'm worried. So
Also, there's probably a grain of truth in that. If this company is at odds with Ares, and they've been shutting down and turning off at random hours, maybe it's because of Ares.
It's a useful thing to know, yeah.
It's possible. Yeah. If you run into trouble, you can possibly talk your way out of it. Tell any guards that you encounter to call up to Ross on the 5th floor. Tell them to check with him and to say that you are part of the special operations team.
Noted.
I thought we were just gonna kind of attack everybody down here, but that's a good idea.
That is, as always, Plan B.
Okay, all right.
so are we just walking out, and going over and saying we're about the special?
Gear Jammer, just
investigation
throw
and going to
grenades.
the office?
Just throw grenades.
Maybe. I would like to amend my order of operations on plans. Plan A is to not get noticed by security forces. Plan B is to lie and tell them that you are with me and join yourselves on this elaborate network of falsehoods that I am weaving for the security force here. Plan C is to kill everyone and leave.
Okay. I'll get off of the everybody cams or everybody comms. Throw grenades. Just let's get it over with. It's gonna go to that. It always goes to that. Let's just get it over with.
Okay.
He said Eddie's coming though, right?
Possibly. He said it was a lie.
Yeah, but we can always blame them.
That's true.
BT, I'm gonna stick with you for just a moment, as Jake leads you down, and he uses his key card to give you access to a office you are familiar with. Justine Greer's office, as you were in here before. And you guys access it together, passing by another security guard, just kind of glances and gives a nod to Jake as you guys enter into this room 50. And you can see it is, in fact, her office, familiar room. Let me go ahead and give you a little bit of description so that way I can give you something to go by. Basically, the desk is covered with what looks to be like folders and reports. Lying under a large pile of papers, you do see a large, what looks to be manila envelope. And there's a memo sheet that seems to be attached to it. It's kind of sitting off to the side. It looks like there's bookshelves with lots of different books along the sides. It looks like a very well furnished, very comfortable office. It has, you can see those tinted glass windows in the back. Looks like a elaborate, futuristic looking fish tank over on one side of the walls. It also has some interesting potted plants that seem to have their own, like, monitoring system on the side of the actual pot. It seems to know when the plant needs various nutrients, and it basically does it all itself. You don't even have to water them.
Very good. I will turn to Jake and I will say, keep your eye on the door. I'll be as quick as possible.
Sure, I got it. And he just kind of stands there. The door closes. And what would you like to do while you're in here?
I am going to. Does her desk have like a terminal on it? She has a personal computer here.
She does have a computer on the desk.
Okay. I am going to start. I'm going to head over to the desk. I'm going to first start to like rifle through the papers on her desk. Mention that manila envelope. I'll take a look at that.
Okay.
Meanwhile, if I can get a hold of Cypher, I don't know if she's like too deep in the matrix to respond to me. I will send a message that I'm in Greer's office and I have my little zip line thing. I can try to plug her directly into Greer's terminal if she's able to respond to me.
I would like to.
Sure. Before you do that, the memo sheet that's attached says in capital ink, it's spelled out Cerebus on the manila envelope.
That's probably what we need.
Well, hello. I will open that. Let's see what's inside.
I'm going to share you guys a handout. And I believe...
Give us that lore.
Oh, yeah. Here it comes. Let me see. I think this is the one that I need to hand out. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and show to players. I'm going to just show this to everybody so everybody gets it. And I'll read it for everybody at home. Basically, it says, to Justine Greer, Director of Operations, Emerging Futures Unlimited, from Ares Labs, Cybernetics Research Division. New project proposal and authorization. Dr. Greer, following, and you guys are going to have to ignore all the dates on here. The dates are not going to be correct for where we're at. Following is a brief summary of a proposal drafted by Ares CRD on 4/4, and obviously it's going to be more like 80, 88, something around there. Said proposal was approved for implementation by review committee. This proposal, heretofore titled Project Cerebus, will be forwarded to Emerging Futures for feasibility studies and prototype system testing in accordance with contractual agreement AR 48005-217. Initial research should begin no later than 6/1. Credit funding has been approved by Accounts Division, and proper vouchers will be forwarded. Please refer to the project funding estimates on separate sheet. The prime objective of Project Cerebus is that development of an animal intelligence interface with cyberspace for the purpose of creating intelligent intrusion countermeasures for computer mainframe systems. These systems are to be constructed using systems similar to CyberDecks. Rather than using a keyboard to initialize computer utilities, however, an analog system would have to be designed to activate utilities based on behavior reactions from the animal mind. These watchdogs could then be inserted into mainframe systems and trained to accept specifically authorized instructions. Ares CRD will supply 4 German Shepherds, 2 Doberman Pinschers, a cheetah, and a Bengal tiger for testing. Your liaison with CRD will be Armand I can't pronounce that. Dehavier? Is that French?
Yeah.
Dehavier! That's right.
I don't know.
All reports and requests must be forwarded through him. A more complete brief will be presented on 5/5. So that's basically the project proposal from Ares Labs.
Yikes.
I am going to take a quick picture of that
Mm-hmm.
and then replace it where I found it.
Okay, you also find there's another document in there. I'm going to show this to everyone as well. This is important for all you guys to see. This is her response from Justine Greer. This is a progress brief on Project Cerebus. Mr. Javier, the last of the German shepherds was declared brain dead yesterday and had to be terminated. At this point, I am forced to declare Project Cerebus a total failure. The animal mind is too strongly based on instinctive responses to operate within a completely subjective environment such as cyberspace. Rather than waste almost 15 million nuyen in analog equipment and industrial sim decks, I'd like to propose different parameters for the Cerebus project. Though it seems that natural animals lack the necessary flexibility to interact with cyberspace, paranatural animals such as nagas, griffins, and basilisks might not. Recent zoological studies indicate that paranatural creatures possess a higher level of intelligence and creative interpretation than natural animals. I realize that the sapience question might come into play, but I believe that we can avoid adverse public reaction by keeping a low profile, at least during the first series of tests. If this sounds feasible, Mr. de Javier, I can make a more detailed presentation to you this afternoon. Given the tremendous amount of legal protection granted to paranatural animals by both the Indian states and Tier Terragre, any test subjects would have to be acquired covertly. I cannot stress enough the importance of this option. It could be the key to the entire project.
Big yikes.
I take a picture of that as well, and then I get on the group comm. Say, hey guys, I found what they put in the dragon.
Great. That's so messed up.
They put a griffin in the dragon?
No, they put the interface in the dragon to control him in the cyberspace.
Oh.
But is there any more information, though? Because if Ares is asking for this, why would they be worried about an Ares attack? Did something go wrong? Was something bad?
Well,
Coming to pick up what they were working on.
yeah, they are canceling the project. They probably want all their equipment back. And if Greer is going forward with this without authorization, Ares will be pissed because then they're stealing their technology to do something greater.
What if it worked?
That's true. It could have worked, and then they said that.
I say that's working. All the
Yeah.
other animals were brain dead. He's still alive, but seriously hurt, right?
If my understanding of the timeline of these events is accurate, my assumption at this point is that the cause of the destruction here at these premises was our client escaping,
They
causing
couldn't.
all of this damage on his way out, and bringing himself to the hospital, where he caused damage upon entry before they brought him in for medical treatment, at which point we were brought up to this situation. We still do not know the true identity of our client, which is what we were hired to figure out, nor how he came to be interacting with this organization and how their exact relationship with Ares is defined. We at least have more information than we did when they started, and we also have another name. It is perhaps worth the due diligence to search Miss Greer's terminal, but then perhaps we should consider leaving the premises and planning our next steps. I think it might be worthwhile talking to this Mr. de Javier.
Go to Ares and ask them to play nice.
Again.
Didn't we just break into one of their
Break into Ares
facilities?
and steal a bunch of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't do that.
Perhaps there's more data in the mainframe room.
Maybe.
Hook me into Greer's computer, BT. I want to see what she's been up to.
Will
Okay. So, Cypher, what I'm gonna do, basically what'll happen is you'll have to basically just go back to where you had your back door set up. So you'll have to come back this way again if you decide to come back in the network. It doesn't take much to access. Since you're already in access of the network, you can access these files.
Like,
What you see is you see a list of computer files relating to Project Cerebus,
okay.
including everything from initial studies to diagrams of a Cerebus deck. You see signatures and dates beside pretty much every document, and including material that indicate that pretty much everything has been erased or destroyed from the computer. Nearly half of the documents that are shown have an asterisk after the name. And there is a little thing that somebody could click on the asterisk and open like a pop-up window. And when you do that, you can see, I'm going to show this to all the players so you guys can all see this. This is what it says. The chairman's proxy stole copies of these files. Our security team has identified the proxy as a former Shadowrunner named Spinner. He remains at large, but has not yet released the documents to the press. Maybe this is an insurance policy.
That's another name.
That's two names. The chairman and Coin Spinner. Who is the chairman? Who is Coin Spinner? Is one of them the dragon?
Have we heard of Coin Spinner before?
Have I? He's supposed to be.
Does anybody have like knowledge Shadowrunners or knowledge in Shadowrunning, like the skill Shadowrunning knowledge or anything like that?
Just street smarts.
Go ahead and use street.
Let me see if I get anything. You said that would be a knowledge skill?
It'd be a knowledge skill, yeah. And it's still gonna be a pretty hard check, but
I don't have knowledge. I'm just scanning through.
What do I need to add to this check?
the check is going to be 3 purple dice.
Yeah, no. Everything I've got is more mechanical based, like operating, stuff of that nature. So unless they're doing something rigging or...
Well, I'll take that.
Oh.
I guess.
Whoa.
Somehow this knowledge is going to come back to hurt me terribly.
Jesus.
Okay.
Or
BT,
not.
BT, you are... I guess maybe through one of your contacts. You've heard this name before. Some orc that... An older orc. And that's why it's kind of hard to recall, because it's somebody that was on the verge of retirement from Shadowrunning.
Mm.
So they're older, and they had a knack for doing the same kind of things that Wildfire does. They're very shamanistic. But that's probably all you would know. And it would probably come through one of your contacts, whoever like your Shadowrunning contact network would be. The fourth threat is you're looking over and Jake is getting extremely nervous. And Jake's looking at you, like, plugging things into the computer and looking through all these files, and he's like, oh, there's something about this doesn't seem right. And it looks like he's just having a really hard time letting you into his employer's office to kind of snoop around. And you notice, Cypher, there's one last thing on the computer. There is basically a screenshot of a note. It looks like it was handwritten, but then screenshot into the computer. And for some reason, well, I guess because it's a really recent screenshot. Like probably this afternoon. I'm going to show it to all of you. There's query. Justine, are you sure it's wise to be using our best Shadowrunner team to merely scare off nosy types? Why just scare them? We've come this far. Why not kill them and get on with things?
Well, maybe there's another Shadowrunner group downstairs. I forward that to the group as well.
Okay.
Come on, let us blow it up. Come on.
I am going to. So seeing Jake is getting quite nervous to make sure that Cypher has enough time to carry out her things here. Assuming that I am done in this office at this point, I will stand up from the desk.
Mm-hmm.
I am taking one of those plants. That's mine now.
Okay.
Take a small potted plant.
Yeah, add it to your inventory, BT. As you tuck it under an arm like this.
I will. I'll sort of like put it into my one of my pockets, my pack. I need my hands free. I will come over to. I'm going to come over to Jake, and I am going to show him that last note that you just showed us, the screenshot.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, Jake, do you see what I was talking about? Do you see the danger that is involved here?
Hiring Shadowrunners.
As he says Shadowrunners, I pointedly tilt my head towards him.
He just kind of stands there.
I say, how long have you been on this contract, Jake? Were you here when all of this went down?
Well, I mean, yes, I was employed. I wasn't here. I wasn't here when the building, when all the conflict happened through the building. I was just told to be aware that Ares could show up at any time, and we had to be ready.
Nod, I say. Your employer and mine, Jake, has done something extremely dangerous to all of us. It is my job and my team's job to make sure that doesn't result in all of us getting killed terribly. Have you heard anything through the grapevine, the others chatting around the... What is it that you meat types do? Coffee pot? Water filter? No. Water cooler.
Oh, yeah, we have.
Have you
one of
heard
those.
anything?
Yeah, it's on the first floor. We got one of those. Yeah.
I nod and I say, this may mean nothing to you, Jake, but I'm trusting you here.
Well, I don't know.
How did they get their hands on the dragon, Jake?
Dragon? What are you talking
When
about?
he doesn't seem to know what I'm talking about, I shake my head. I say, never mind. I say, anything that you've heard that might help me.
All that we heard was that Ares was coming to, because they wanted to take over something they were working on. I don't know. She said not to let down. They were going to try to storm the building. They would do whatever it took. She claims she hired the best of the best.
I nod and I say, I'm sure she did. That means you and your compatriots. It also means me and mine. We'll do what we can to see this end without bloodshed. I think I have everything I need here, Jake. I'm going to move on now. A word to the wise? Perhaps cash in some vacation time starting tomorrow.
That's actually sounds like a really good idea. I don't know if she's going to let me take vacation with Ares breathing down our necks, but I'll see what I can do.
You can talk to your union rep about things like that. They legally can't deny you your right to take your vacation days. That is your right as a worker, Jake.
You know what? You're right. You're right.
I am
Jake.
right.
Yeah. They can't force me to be here. I get 2 weeks.
They sure can't. You should probably negotiate for more. 2 weeks seems rather slim for. Anyway, that's not the point.
Actually, that's a pretty good deal nowadays. Really, it is.
All right, Jake. I'm going to move on. You've been an enormous help, and I think we may have just saved a lot of people's lives.
As you say that, we pan to the individuals in the bathroom.
Juggling grenades.
How do you even use an SMG? I've never held one before. It's kind of interesting.
You take the small end with the opening, you point it at the other person, and you pull this.
Okay. Like this?
Oh, whoa.
Well, what do you guys want to do?
Am I able to jump in to those drones we saw in the other room?
You can make an attempt, sure.
Yeah, why not? Let's see what he's working on those drones.
Okay. So, how do the jump in rules work again?
I have no idea. I've been looking for that for the last however long.
Okay.
It's not in either of the books that I could find.
Okay. Because
I thought maybe you had something saved. I thought you had sent me something, but
it would be under the Shadowrun Genesis version 2 probably. Is there a chapter on riggers in there?
nope,
There's no chapter on riggers?
none.
Interesting.
If not, we can always do it another point. It's just
magic. Here, Matrix.
Yeah, I think that book was really weird on riggers and shaman. I don't think shaman were in there, but like regular mages were.
That's weird.
yeah. And then there's nothing on the other one, the beanstalk either.
Interesting. Let's do this then. Let's just go
Not
ahead.
something we got to do. It's
No, hey, let's make it. Hey, we can roll for anything. It's Genesis. Let's do it. Okay, here we go. Character has a direct neural interface, which you do. They may use a rigger command to jump into a drone that they own or have successfully hacked. So you'd have to hack it.
Oh, okay. So that would fall.
That would fall under the
Matrix
Matrix
the
stuff.
Matrix stuff.
Yeah, it'd be under Matrix rules. So you're basically going to kind of have an out-of-body experience, and you're going to try to hack into one of these.
Oh, wonderful.
I believe it uses your. Are you trained in computers?
Yes, I'm trained in computers.
Okay.
It wouldn't be mechanics. Operating and piloting would be if I was actually using it, but yeah, I'm in computers.
Okay. So you're going to make a computers test, and you're going to make it against 2 red dice.
Oh, lovely. Okay, she said computers.
As
Did-
immediate,
Shadowrun.
yeah, immediately you can tell that this drone is synced to another RCC.
Okay, and I'm gonna flip a story point because I have no idea. Put myself a boost on. A story point is a boost or an upgrade.
An upgrade.
Can't remember.
Yeah.
An upgrade. Okay. I'm not sure. I know if my deck gives me anything or not for it, so we're just going to roll it. Okay. Computer is 2 and 1, 2 red.
Oh.
So a threat, a triumph, and
despair. Oh.
The best of times, worst of times.
Yeah, that's like hella balance.
That is a wacky dice roll. That is crazy. Okay, so here's the deal. It succeeds. So you've hacked into it, so you can jump into it. The threat is going to be it does cost you a point of strain.
Okay.
In the process of doing this. You guys in the bathroom notice that Gearjammer just goes like, his eyes are just kind of like glossed over. And he's like, he basically slumps into the corner.
He's warging.
Yeah. And
is his alcohol that strong? Passed out from smelling it?
Now, what I want to do is you have control of drone 1 on here, which I'm going to go ahead and edit to make it so you have control over it. I believe I can do that. Something I can do. Controlled by, yeah, I'm going to change it over to, well, it's taking its good old time. But I want you to tell me what the Triumph does. It's a significant advantage.
Huh. What sort of drone is this? Is this a surveillance or is this like an attack?
Yeah, you would have access to it. Hold on, my roll 20 is frozen again. So, okay, I'm gonna go.
Because that would pretty much depend on what it would on.
This is, you would tell it's a hunter security drone. It's for both. It has surveillance. It has very good perception and piloting, resilience, and coordination. It is also equipped with some pretty heavy gunnery. Actually has two, it has a dual-mounted light machine guns on the bottom of them.
Ooh.
Which are damage 8, critical 3, with auto fire.
Dang.
So yes,
yeah, then
these are
basically
attack
what
and security drones.
What I would hope the Triumph could do is basically, because I know there's a whole bunch of people in the room with it, is trying to get face shots of every single one of them.
Okay, yeah.
So it'll pan down, and as I'm looking into it through my radio, okay, your face picture, dump it to the group. More so, Cypher's got an image of this person's face. In case we need it for who knows what, for each one that's in the room.
It's at that moment that I'm going to cash in my despair. You see, almost pixelated as you're getting these visuals and snapping these pictures within the room, when you get to the rigger, it's almost like his face comes within like 3 inches of yours in the visual of this drone. And it's very pixelated with red and oranges all around. And it looks as if he has like kind of like a reddish beard that kind of comes down. It looks like one of his eyes is slightly closed a little bit more than the other. And you can see there's like a scar on one of his eyebrows. And he looks directly at you. He says, "Well, what do you know? It looks like we've got some intruders. What do you say we deal with that problem?" And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Yeah.
Shadowrun, Arch of Shadows.
We're done.